Man, another day, Jenny, and we're still waiting for Aaron Rodgers to sign with the team, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, of course, we know Aaron Rodgers has stated that some personal issues have come into play in regards to what's going on with him and the delay in his football future. Now, the current quarterback room in Pittsburgh that consists of Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, and Will Howard. So there are reports out there from ESPN that if Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign with the Steelers, then they're going to look to Kirk Cousins potentially as a contingency plan. So they got to kind of figure it out because things are rolling along as we're approaching this season. OTAs, those start tomorrow. Steelers mandatory minicamp, that starts June 10th. So if Aaron Rodgers does end up with the Steelers, what does it say that he's not with the team right now? Here's our guys Ryan Wilson and Rand Carthon breaking it down on with the first pick.
But it feels like Aaron's just going to show up when Aaron's ready. Is that the best way to prepare for a season with a bunch of new teammates?
Absolutely not. And, I mean, the quarterback now, again, we don't know. There are things that happen that I'm not going to speak on, but there are things that happen, and maybe Aaron Rodgers is a little further along with this, Pittsburgh decision, nod, wink agreement, and even what the offense is. We don't know that. However, I think it speaks volumes for the rest of the team. For a guy that you're going to be counting on as your quarterback, he's not on the field with you right now when this is the time of year that you start to build a bond.
So let's welcome on Rand Carthon and Bryant McFadden, who knows a lot about the Steelers, of course, to talk about this. Rand, I want to come to you first because we know you feel strongly about this, about Aaron Rodgers not being there to kick off OTAs. So do you think that the Steelers are destined for failure maybe if they're starting this season off on this foot as it pertains to the quarterback position and Aaron Rodgers?
I definitely hope not. Just because, again, we're talking about one of the key positions in our league, right? And that's the quarterback position. And for most clubs, the quarterback is going to be your captain. And so what does that say about your captain and your supposed leader of your team, particularly your leader of your offense, if they're not there and they hadn't yet made a full commitment to being there part of this process with all the guys? And it's about being able to build timing. There are new receivers there, and he needs to be there to build rapport.
B-Mac, I want to come to you from a player perspective, especially because you've played under Mike Tomlin. You know the culture there in Pittsburgh. If you were on that team right now and Aaron Rodgers isn't there and you are missing that time for timing, for the bond, all of that, how do you feel about the situation as a player on the team right now?
You know what? Honestly, I would feel some type of way because this is the first part of structuring a playoff caliber team right now. OTAs. Now, granted, they're not mandatory, but you would like to have as many players there as possible, especially key components to your team. And we're talking about the quarterback position. So even if I played on the defensive side of the football field, I would feel some type of way, man, because if Cam Hayward is there, if Micah Fitzpatrick is there, if DK Metcalf is there, Pat Freiermuth is there, we would like our quarterback to be there. And if you're not going to be there, tell us. And so the organization can move on. And this puts a lot of, blame on the organization for allowing this to carry out as long as it's been going. Me personally, because OTAs is a very, very significant part, especially for new members of the team. Aaron Rodgers played for the Jets a year ago. Now, granted, he has an abundance of experience, but this will be a new playbook that he will be walking into if he becomes a Pittsburgh Steeler. So these are valuable moments to get the reps, to create the chemistry and the rhythm that you would like to have once the season starts.
And gentlemen, we always talk about, or at least for the last couple of months, what is the ceiling for this Steelers team if Aaron Rodgers is under center, if he is the quarterback? Now we're here just a day removed from OTAs kicking off. Rand, I'll come to you first here, and you're looking at the schedule. What do you think the ceiling is, the overall outlook for the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers